Namaste, angels. I'm here to do our new moon in Taurus reading. I think I'm going to jump right in, although I've got a couple of different kind of cards that I wanted to. I'm feeling a message already. I think that some of us are going to have to make a decision about love. I think it's going to be a positive one. Our dreams, prayers, wishes being granted, being answered. Some of us may have to, and just now on the radio started, or in another room, going to the chapel and we're going to get married. And that's what I was thinking. Some of you may need to decide yes or no to a wedding proposal. Because I'm just all over the place. Because I have the Two of Arrows here that I'm going to begin with my Lover's Path Tarot. And pictured on this card is Cupid and his wife Psyche. Here I have Isis asking that we are guiding us to balance career and home life. So this could be a decision, maybe again, whether or not to get married, but something surrounding work. Maybe you have to move or something in order to work, or maybe you have to cut down on some hours in order to, be a acceptably functioning husband or wife. And so you want to, change some things around and you got to think about it. But I whatever was going on and whatever the decision is about, I think it is positive because again, it's about wishes granted and love. 6 equals love. This is contracts. This can certainly be an actual, like marriage agreement. And in my romance cards, I have this bridal party on the front of this card. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I think it can certainly be decisions about commitment and or marriage. But I'm going to do a spread at first. This is my Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I think, look at that. We just opened to indecision. And again, I have the Two of Swords sitting there with a decision that needs to be made. This is an 8, though. Maybe it's a decision about work, again, about your abundance, about the earthly. Taurus, as Isis came through and said, balance career and home life. This can certainly be something like that. And it's opposite contracts, maybe whether or not to accept a job, depending upon, where it's located or what it has to offer you or how many hours you'd have to spend away from your family and different things like that. Some of you may be deciding this. Woo! Slippery suckers. Indecision now at the bottom. Opening 2, victory. Indecision. And man holding a coin. Again, it can be something about work. Or maybe a man or woman, divine masculine perhaps, deciding whether or not to propose and whether, deciding about his money, if it's where he wants it to be or something. This deck does have reversals, but right now as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm not even going to go over the reversals. Opening 2, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. The 5th chakra is the throat chakra, so it can certainly be asking someone a question, maybe proposing, will you marry me? And it can be mustering up the voice to answer too. Yes, no, maybe so. Or again, something with regard to a job or some other sort of monetary situation. The earthly, being that Taurus is an earth sign. Opening 2, patience, like the Knight of Coins, perhaps. He's very methodical. He plans things out. He's very patient. And will be required, this new moon will require this of us. It'll require us to certainly plant seeds, to begin to reap some of what we've sown from previously planted seeds, but to not rush anything to grow, basically. You know what, on this note, I'm going to cut. Indecision yet again. It was in reverse just now, indicating that the decision had been made. But again, I turned it back up because I just did. But decisions made, it appears, in this case. I'm going to get us a card now for our overall energy and then lay a spread. Overall energy is 11, or cornucopia. here we have what the feminine is feeling about herself. Here, what the masculine is feeling in relation to the feminine. Here, what the masculine is feeling about himself. And here about the union. Overall, the outcome. Here, I have added a placement representing for me, Mary, the mother of Jesus, with this being the cross. There were 3 women that followed him around the passion. That was his mother, that was James's mother, and that was Mary Magdalene. So I added a position here of what the masculine would have the feminine surrender, what he's willing to surrender himself in this position of Mary, the mother of James and Joseph. And up here, Mary Magdalene, next to what would be the Christ's, crown and head, is what the universe would have us both surrender. Remember, the overall energy is cornucopia, just a bounty of all different types of earthly abundance. Very appropriate for Taurus, and a nice 11 for us. So, feminine about herself, like she's lying to herself. Maybe we're in the closet, many of us. We haven't fully, emerged and released our X, let the world know who we are, what's going on. We're not out in the open. A lot of times we want to wait for the divine masculine to sort of fully claim us, I guess. And I understand that, and I certainly understand it in the earthly and 3D perspective. But at the same time, this journey is an individual one. And the energy of Taurus and the Taurus new moon is of self-sufficiency. And a major part of the journey is of self-sufficiency. We have to become whole on our own before we can merge with another soul. This is the way it's written. I've read you guys parts of the Torah that indicated the same thing, parts of the Bible that indicated the same thing. We have to become one on our own before we, merge into this union. So first thing we need to do, feminine, stop lying to yourselves and, to others about your true feelings, goals, dreams, sentiments, what you want out of life. Shout it from the mountaintops, basically, at this point. Aww. This is what the masculine feels about the feminine. Healer of the ages. So this is so many meanings coming through this now. First of all, this is what we make him want to be, to step into his glorious position as the divine masculine. But also, he is saying, help or serve as like a medicine, a therapy. We help to heal him just by our virtue of who we are and what we are as the divine feminine. We are a healing. I think there's a song like that too. A healing force in my life. An Aaliyah song. You're a guiding, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. That's what came through with this too. The energy of that song, that sentiment. This is what he's feeling about us. I think that's so beautiful. About himself, woman holding a coin. It doesn't matter if he doesn't feel like the man holding a coin. It's upright. That's all that matters. And maybe he wanted to use this card because of the 42. It's a 6. I don't know if you guys are noticing the pattern. But the Jesus healer of the ages is a 6 also. 6 equals love. About the union. We have to have our hearts broken, opened up. They have to be allowed to release and also take in, like, all that love has to offer. This isn't a negative thing when you see this card, broken heart. It's like, until a heart has been cracked open, it's not ready for the kind of love with which it's going to be filled. It's about to be filled. So this says, this card being this way, upright no less, says that we're like on our way. We're almost there, at least in the mind of the masculine. Overall, Okay, check that. And this happened the last time I used these cards. It must have been the full moon in Aries, I guess. Crowning also, same exact position. It was fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. You know what the fourth chakra is? The heart chakra. And this too is upright, and it's another 11. How freaking super awesome is this? That's the overall energy and feeling and sentiment of the masculine with regard to this union. Outcome. The thinking woman, yet another 11. This thinking woman she's very reliable. She's like a bookkeeper, a teacher. Like she's got it together. You can learn from her. Um, she's positive. She's upbeat. She's helpful. She's compassionate. You know, she's like every woman. Um, and this is the outcome here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is required of the feminine? To open the door, which is basically open our heart. And there's a 33 here. The Ascended Masters surrounding us in this moment, wanting us to open our heart too. Standing right here along with the masculine, rooting for us all. Wow. What's he willing to do? Brighter days. I'm seeing something else too, but because of this, with this pool being upside down, it's like allowing, similar to the heart that it's underneath, allowing all of this to spill out and to like be replenished. Basically, this is a new start for him. This is what he's saying here, what he's willing to do with the star in reverse. To let all of this empty out and to allow for the rain again. Like we normally, there's that saying when you're a child, rain, rain, go away. You know, it's something that we don't want. This is like welcoming the rain. This is like the rain is a good thing. Um, it's going to wash away the old. I want to dump this out because I want to start all over. I want the sun to shine, and then I want, if my cup is going to be full, I want it to be like replenished anew. I don't want this old stagnant water that's in here, similar to this. Okay, what does the couple have to do? What do the two of us need to do according to the universe? Wow. How super appropriate is it for this card to be the temple path? Basically, they want us to step into our power. They want us to get on our path, individual path to spirituality, the two of us. It's time. So, wow, this is so appropriate for Taurus new moon too, because again, it's about Taurus is about self-sufficiency and new start. So this is like your individual mission, your individual life purpose. Welcome to it. The universe is calling you basically to come to it. Man, oh my God. And this is just the general one. I'm going to do one with my Lover's Path Tarot cards too, I was thinking. Yeah, I think I am. Whoa. So much love in that spread. I think this is really so beautiful. And I was talking about Archangel Raphael earlier because this is the Hebrew month and it begins tomorrow. Actually, the day following the new moon. The 27th of April is the first day of the month of Iyar, which is the month of healing. On the Hebrew calendar, it's the second month in the ecclesiastical year after Nisan. All of that making way for our bounty, no less, with the cornucopia card. I had forgotten that for a second. Oh, wow. I'm so psyched. Okay, so now I'm going on to my Lover's Path Tarot, beginning with the Two of Arrow, which again is Cupid and Psyche, his woman. Opening two. Ooh, the Three of Arrows, upright. Don't like that love spread. But maybe it's coming through similar to the broken heart that we just saw. Two of Arrows is back. Open to the Devil or Temptation with Paolo and Francesca in reverse. So no longer feeling bound or tied to a situation, no longer addicted, no longer codependent upon something, someplace, someone. Having made a decision perhaps to leave something alone. Now the devil's upright. And it's the world, or in this case, triumph with Dionysius and Adriane. It was in reverse. I've turned it upright. The world signifies having survived like a long process, situation, circumstance. So maybe some of us approaching that, but not quite there yet. And similar to the devil in reverse, it's the 8 of arrows in reverse. So when this is upright, it means that we're, in our minds, we're trapped. Although, this, as you can see, this woman is not really trapped. She can get up. She can walk right out of here. There's a few different directions that she could just squeeze right through these arrows. But when it's in reverse, we've overcome that anyway, and we no longer are feeling bound to something. Something that was holding us back, an obstacle that was holding us back, has been removed. Dionysius and Ariadne back with triumph for the world. I'm going to cut. I am cutting. And it's the 10 of arrows upright. So feelings of betrayal and backstabbing, lies, deception, all that kind of stuff coming to an end. Difficult circumstances in life coming to an end. Overall energy is the 7 of staves in reverse. Feminine about herself. The masculine about the feminine. About himself. The union. Overall. The outcome. What the feminine would surrender. What the masculine would have the feminine surrender. What he himself is willing to do. What the universe would have the two of us do. 3 of staves. So feminine, we're asked to basically get moving on our own abundance and creativity. 3s are about creativity and making moves. This person has 3 stakes in the ground. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it's one guy with 3 stakes in the ground, literally waiting for his ship to come in. And I guess that at that point, he'll put in the 4th. So what the masculine would have us do here is, basically get busy and creative on our end, so that when we link up with him, like this masculine and feminine here are pictured, he can put in that 4th stake, and we'll have our foundation and we'll be stable. About himself. I'm sorry, this is the feminine about herself. This is the masculine about the feminine. He wants to communicate. The 8 of staves upright. And positive. He wants to send us messages. He looks forward to messages from us. We can communicate in either direction, is what this card is saying to me. The masculine about himself here. The 6 of cups upright, feeling very nostalgic. This may have a lot to do with some that are in separation too, because this is looking back on fond memories. This is, just feeling good about old times and everything. And here in this card, it's even more romantic than that, because it's actually a couple holding hands. The man has got his arm around the female's waist. They're surrounded by roses, cups full of roses, a little river. They're in maybe about to take on a nice picnic or something in the grass. This is all about, and it can be about children too. So in relation to the feminine, how the and to himself, it can be about wanting to start a family as well. This card. The union, grace. This is the star. This is prayers answered, wishes granted. How beautiful is this to be what he's feeling about the union? And look at the heart in Dante's hand. It's like the Sacred Heart. You see the crown over it? So this is like the picture of a divine union, the perfect illustration of a divine union here, with the Pentecostal doves, the Sacred Heart, Dante, this angel, fire. Maybe he's a seraph in this picture, a fire serpent angel, and grace, the star. Prayers answered. Overall, though, feeling abandoned right now and lack. We need at least one more coin. we're missing at least one coin so that we can feel like, there's an equal exchange of love going on here. Somebody feels that they're lacking, they're short. And the outcome of that is the Five of Arrows, conflict, um, internal conflict, I think, with the masculine. He's very upset that he hasn't reached a status, um, both in a financial sense, but also in an emotional sense. Very bothered that he's not together, like where he wants to be now. Let's see how we can fix that. What the feminine would have to sacrifice, this fortune in reverse is coming through to me as like for the feminine to like let go of the material. It's, coming like very literally, sacrifice your fortune, basically. Walk away from, anything that that has you bound. If somebody's pulling you by the purse strings or whatever, running you around because they control the money or whatever, um, or a job that you're not happy with, all these things, we got to be willing to walk away and able to walk away from that stuff. The masculine, this with the Six of Staves, which is all about victory, being in reverse, um, the masculine's being asked to sacrifice fear. And I think that came up in the weekly in this same position. He's being asked to sacrifice fear. This is about like feeling that victory is elusive to you, or that you lack the courage. Here's the lack. You lack the courage, to go after it. So he's being asked to let go of his fear that he can be victorious, that he is this prince, this knight, on this horse that will come through, passing by all the people watching and waving that are there to salute him on his victory. It's he has to believe that it's within grasp. That's the problem. That breaks my heart. It really does. But this is the lack. Now this makes more sense. This is what this is. Okay, we both have to have patience. This is the Seven of Coins upright, um, waiting for those seeds that I was talking about that come with Taurus to be ripe and ready for us to pick. Okay, let's see what else we got. So this is all this stuff. This whole reading is going to be like on top of the dailies and the weeklies. It's like an overall, specifically based on what's going on in the celestial system, specifically the moon, over like the next 2 weeks, like an overlying energy and theme. And speaking of wishes granted, and the masculine seeing the union as the star or grace in this case, very divine. His prayers answered is what he sees, not only himself and the feminine, or together as a union, to be, but love at this point, which is really, really beautiful. We're starting out with yet another card of answered prayer. It's the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Opening to the Three of Earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. Nine of Water back, and opening to another three. It just had a Three of Earth. Now it's a three, the Empress. However, both of these make sense. Both of them are of Taurus, right? Of coins. This card actually represents both Taurus and Libra, but I'm sure it's coming through because of the Taurus and the creativity that we're going to be feeling, fertile with ideas, ripe and ready to get going on stuff. Some of us may be finding out over the next 2 weeks also that we're pregnant, or that have impregnated, especially those of us who have been trying. This next 2 weeks could be a very good time to try. For those who haven't been successful yet but would like to get pregnant, everybody's feeling good, sexy, handsome, pretty, beautiful. Mothering, nurturing, loving, So many wonderful things coming from this card right now. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. And this here opposite, by again, the 9 of water. So this is your dreams, your wishes coming true, and this is you giving birth to them. So it's like a guarantee that Venus is going to come through and bless us with these things. Venus in Pisces. So you have the water and the earth here, and the Empress. Opening now to the 9 of fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Empress is back, and this is the card I was wanting to see instead of the 5 before. This also represents the signs of Taurus and Libra for me. It's the 6 of earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities. Receiving a loan or paying off debts. All about equity and equality and love and fairness and justice and giving of oneself freely, not expecting anything in return. Real unconditional love that kind of love could only come from Venus. It's the kind that she teaches us. And, I mean, look how well she did with her family. Again, Cupid is her son. This is the team of love, this mother-son team. But as a result, since there's so much outpouring of all this wonderful love, we have issues of trust here, maybe between the couple. But we also have risky energy coming from this. Again, so in a positive sense, maybe some of us being willing to take like a leap, a risk. But on the other hand, it's because all this wonderful love is coming forth. There are people who are jealous. There are people who are envious. And we have those who want to steal your joy. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. We have that opposite, the Empress here. But she trumps it. She's victorious over it. I'm going to cut. It's the Page of Fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous is the Page of Fire. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. This can be a very youthful person, perhaps specifically a Sagittarius, but it might also be a Leo or an Aries or anyone taking on that kind of fiery, passionate energy, ready for opportunity, looking forward to it, ready to get going. Overall energy is the 4 of earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate. It doesn't have to be money. It could be love as well, or anything, that we're like withholding. Even that card, that deception card is coming back to mind for the feminine, like withholding our true selves, that too. Masculine is the 8 of air. The illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, being afraid to take action. Surrounded, however, by the 6 of fire. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. So this is the same thing. Like if he lets go of the fear and faces his challenge, he'll realize it's not a challenge for him. It comes naturally, and he's not trapped. He's got this. But he has to take the chance. He has to, maybe, again, in the positive sense, that 7 of air being about a risky energy and being willing to take a chance, throw caution to the wind, let go of the fear. This is what he wants. Maybe this is why he's afraid. He's thinking of it as like delusions of grandeur. Like, I can't have that. I can't have that stability and passion and love and contentment, peace and abundance. Not me, not a guy like me. He's wrong. Of course, this is in his own mind. A happy home life, the successful completion of a project, and victory in that area just by letting this go. This feeling of being trapped, this self-imposed prison, basically. The feminine has got some situations of her own. It's the 5 of fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. This is people jealous of you at work. This is in like competing there. This is your friends or supposed friend, like frenemies, family members that you're surprised by, conflict with them, they're jealous even, some of them. This can be an ex too, or someone with whom you're breaking up, because here it's the world and those people, the exes, the boyfriend, girlfriend, parent of our, other parent of our child, husband, wife, ex-husband, wife. Those people are like family too, at least in my mind. So when I say close friends and or family, I include them, but I want to be specific now. But this is surrounded by the world. So whomever or with whomever this situation is, it may have been a very long and drawn out situation. Um, whether it's the family thing or the work thing or some other type of circumstance that you've been going through that you recently survived. It's a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, and the path toward enlightenment. This is Archangel Michael and the universe easing you out of one situation, that was negative, basically. I mean, you had some good times, but like overall, it just went on too long. We've all spent too much time or more time than we should have, like in a relationship or at a given job or something like that. And that's what this is. And it's like finally when you come out, you can like breathe easy. You get that. That's why I call it my waiting to exhale card, because yeah, you can finally take a deep breath, and sit down for a second before the universe moves you into the next phase of your life. And you've got choices to make too, or you had choices leading into this. Some of us, a complex decision and the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. For some, in a more positive note, this is about, since you're out of a situation, whatever this was, this is about thinking about this, about making the move to this. Whether this is a physical home and maybe moving in with the masculine, a commitment, marriage, we've got, a decision to make in that regard that may involve still a third person and maybe conflict surrounding that. Again, maybe an ex, maybe our child's other parent, maybe even just a nosy family member or something going on in our job that is restrictive or we feel it's restrictive to the situation, a block. Crowning. However, the 9 of water is back, with which I started. This wish is granted, prayers answered, your wish comes true. Venus comes through, she pulls right on up on you and, unleashes the love, the money, all that stuff. Concerns fade away and you have a love of life, allowing you to buy this home maybe. You're victorious with that, or whatever situation it is. Let's see what else we can find out. The 7 of fire is here at the root. Defend your beliefs. So somebody made a decision, maybe it was a decision to divorce, for example, ending a long, drawn out situation, circumstance involving another person. That's finally over. That's why there's a conflict. But people saying like, how could you do that? How could you leave? And a job too, you could go through that. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You're sticking to your decision. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. So this need to defend our decision sitting here right next to the need to make a decision. And at the heart of the matter, it's the 8 of earth. Skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, and maybe even going back to school. Maybe that's why some of us quit our job, for example. I quit, I'm going to school. What? You're crazy. Don't do that. We're standing by that choice if we made it, and it makes sense for us. Next card is upright. Let's see what's going on further. All of these I'd love to check, and this one too. Let's do the world. The 10 of earth. So I think that for a lot of people, this has to do with some sort of income stream, whether it is or financial matter, and or family matter. Like I was saying, basically, whether it's a job or it's a relationship in which you were in, because of, not necessarily because of money, but you didn't see a way out for a while because of money. Like, I got to stay here. How am I going to afford to do this? You're realizing, you're going through it, you're sticking to your decisions, and you're realizing, or you're finding that that's when the universe blesses us. That is when Venus comes through and bestows this 10 of earth upon you. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. Being appreciative for the blessings that you do have, even if you might be off to a rough start. But it doesn't look like that because, again, skilled work is rewarded. And here it is. You know, you put your effort into something, and there's the reward. The next card is upside down. I'm going to go on to the romance cards. Beginning again with let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Opening 2, this could be the one you've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be the one back. And true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I think I'll just go one more. True love is at the bottom. Perfect. Opening to romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I think that this is taking me back to the feminine again with that deception about, you know, feeling confident about your feelings and for whom they are. Like, is this the right person? Am I nuts or whatever? Feeling confident, believing in yourself, releasing that ex. You know, this is what it is, and that's it. Romantic feelings back. I'm gonna cut. Healing family issues. Okay, maybe even this for some. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, but not just your parents. It's anybody who affects your life to the extent that you're like trapped in the world. We have to heal those relationships either by forgiving and learning, which is our overall energy, and repairing them, or by walking away. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And that's the overall energy here. Boom. This one is real simple. You feel trapped? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Atop the 6 of fire and this victory, you can do it, basically, is what the romance angels are saying. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And that leads to this. Atop the 4 of fire, which is all about commitment and perhaps even wedding, is in fact wedding. This situation involves marriage. But you got to free yourself to allow for this. You may have to free yourself from one of these in order to give way, be able to have a new one. Whatever the situation is for you, it's requiring you to make the effort, masculine, you to get up, you know, and get moving. Release that fear that you had that was evident in the other spread. Forgiving and learning, beginning with you. Okay, always starts at home, just like everything else. Charity begins at home, and so does every single other thing. Feminine. Very soon, this stress will be over. Clearly decide what you want. So again, with your decision here, so that it comes to you now. And again, in some cases, that's going to involve deciding, do you want this X? Because for some of you, that's an X. Do you want this job? Do you want to keep fighting with yourself internally about, you know, your true feelings or not? Once you settle all that, once you resolve that on your own, in your own mind, then it, you know, what you want will come to you now, because again, your prayers have been answered, your wishes have been granted. Here atop the world and the 10 of earth, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is giving way to the new, a new relationship that leads to a happy family. Here atop the 7 of water, these choices, and let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Maybe you can like bounce off ideas off a friend. You tell them, I got this option, I got that option, I can do this, that. You know, what do you think? And we don't have to do what anybody tells us to do. We're asking for opinions, not for them to like force us into anything. And that's letting your friends help you. You never have to let anybody get too deep into your relationship. You know, you tell them what you want to tell them to the extent that you want to tell them. And welcome their help, and then take what you can, what you feel helps you, and leave the rest behind. And a real friend should understand that. Here atop the 9 of water, where the wish is granted, it's codependency. So maybe the wish was that this come to an end, and it's sitting right here next to this very codependent type of energy with the Eight of Air and the free yourself. So I think that that's what it is. For the masculine here, like, dear universe, please help me to find a way out of this situation, which I think for many is another relationship. Help me out of this so that I can move on. And that is coming to you, masculine. For the feminine, something similar. Again, wishes granted. As soon as you pick which person, place, or thing it is you want. You know, as soon as you cease to be codependent, your wish too is granted, feminine. Here at the root, atop the Seven of Fire, where you're standing your ground and your decision, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So whereas this world, maybe you exited one relationship so that you could have another. Like this, you freed yourself so that you could get married to somebody else. Stand that ground, stand that decision, and you made the right choice. Is what the universe is saying here. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. At the heart of the matter, atop the Eight of Earth. And the skilled work that is rewarded is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So we're going to be spending some of this time here, like this angel, learning about life, experiencing life, going through some things, handling some business. And we need time apart from one another to do that. Oh, that's not the card I was going to give to the masculine, but it did it. I'm going to my Ascended Master cards, beginning with, again, Isis and balance, career, and home life. Opening to detach from drama. There's some drama. There's some drama. This is to heal drama. Some drama down here, potentially, with the Seven of Fire. Pallas Athena says, leave it all alone. Isis is back. Opening to trust with Vishnu. Isis back again. And twin flame. That's what all of this is about at the end of the day. You remember, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. You're interested in getting married. Twice over, the masculine is feeling this energy. Wedding, Four of Fire. But we've got business to handle first. We've got to first balance this career and home life. We're juggling something, basically. Not necessarily career and home life. We're juggling. And we've got to, like, get balance. In order to heal some of these problems, see the other person's point of view is our overall energy. I want to put one here and here and here and here and here. Masculine, follow your heart. This is very simple. The masculine side has been so easy. Okay, you're feeling trapped because you're in a situation, quite possibly with another man or woman in a romantic situation, but not necessarily for everybody. In other cases, you're feeling chained to something else. You're feeling married to your work. You're feeling married to your family, maybe your children, maybe your parents, maybe a combination of both of those. Whatever the situation is, you are guided to follow your heart and free yourself from that situation, allowing you to have what it is you actually do want and what it is that's in your mind's eye for yourself. Feminine here atop the chemistry and the world, and you've made your decision. Kuthumi says stay focused. All right, don't get derailed now, and don't let anybody change your mind for you. Here atop the Seven of Water, where some of us are maybe considering, do I leave a relationship? Do I go into a new one? Do I leave a job? Do I, whatever the case is, Jesus says, yes, open your heart to love with regard to this decision. So wherever you're getting a follow your heart message too. Perfectly here, opposite the masculines. Atop the codependency and the 9 of water, which again is wishes granted. So I think somebody wished to be freed from a situation. Yeah, it's going to happen for you. Paravati says positive change is what occurs there. Here at the root, atop of this could be the 1 and the 7 of fire, which is about you defending your choice. Abundance. The flow of prosperity, says Lakshmi. Now that's abundance of love. That's abundance of finances. All your worries that you were concerned with being taken care of by Venus, just as I said before I started this. And here at the heart of the matter, atop this separation and the 8 of earth is drink more water with Queen Oshun. So while we're going through these changes and fixing these things in our life, simultaneous to that, we're ascending, continuing to ascend. So we have to continue to drink water. And make sure that we remain hydrated like at all times. Okay, I'm going to get us a card from my Isis Oracle, beginning again with the Lunar Queen. The Lunar Queen is all about letting go of old. We keep repeating this, letting go of the old to make way for new. That's what she's about. Stop trying to like control a situation. Stop trying to force a situation, and just allow for the flow, and it'll come to you. Opening to Serpent of Fire, priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Actually, she's probably a princess too at one point. This card is very much about what it sounds like, supporting one another as sisters and each other's, inner feminine and our own inner feminine energy. And the moon is all about feminine energy, of surrender. Serpent of Fire back, opening to Flower of Life. This is about giving birth to new things, manifestation, divine creativity, and manifestation. This is very 3 of Fire, this card. Or 3 of Earth. Flower of Life back. I'll go one more. And it's the Divine Sun Child, Blessings of the Sun Falcon. So this is Horus coming through. To bestow some abundance upon us too. And I'm glad to the Flower of Life I'm going to cut. Love and Happiness has come on in another room now by Al Green. And it's High Priestess, Mysteries Revealed in the Eyes of Isis. Key of Life is our overall energy. Spinning the Ankh. So all of this energy of rebirth and starting anew and reaping harvest and everything. Just continuing throughout each deck that I pick up. The same theme. Beginning here for the masculine with the... Okay, so if anybody was worried about this separation here in the middle, despite all this other wonderful stuff that was going on that was framing it, worry no more. Here is the energy of reconciliation on the side of the masculine. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Feminine, new love. Okay, out with the old, in with the new. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It's... For some, it may be a new person. Maybe we never met before and we're just getting to that point now. For others, this is your old love anew, or your previous love anew, renewed. Maybe that other one completely died. Maybe that's why the masculine's nostalgic about it in the first spread, with the 6 of Cups. Maybe he's looking back on it because we had to completely dismantle that one and let it go completely. And we're starting all over from scratch, like the broken heart. Okay, we had to let all that was in there before, let it all run out so we can fill it up again. Or the card with the pool that was with the sun that was upside down. I said he wants all this to spill out. It's again so we can replenish it and start anew. All of this is about the rebirth. From the Ascendant Masters to the masculine. Take charge of this situation, Moses. Yes, masculine. Take charge of this situation. King of fire, ace of fire. Um, Feminine, listen. Listen. This is a card, and I stopped for a minute because I was hearing something myself. All of a sudden, I started hearing a different song. I think that these are coming on in another room, but maybe they're in my head. That song, Lovely Day. It's going to be a lovely day. Bill Withers. Lovely day, lovely day. I, I can't think of the words. The melody, I have the melody. I'm like bopping back and forth to the side. You're getting the idea. We're to be like, and the world is all right with me. When I look at you, the world is all right with me. I know it's going to be a lovely day. So that's like the feminine, a message I think coming through right now to the feminine through this song, about confidence in this decision that she made. The world is all right, because of him. Yeah, this is about this is about just paying attention to the signs, listening to the universe when it speaks to us. Feminine, being conscious and aware. The angels say to the masculine, three of water, a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, or a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. I think he needs to, yeah. This is about incorporating not all work and, no play. This is about incorporating a little bit of a social life too, and that balanced work and home life that Queen Isis wanted us to be able to achieve. The angels say to the feminine, the king of water, he's trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. The king of water is the king of love and emotion. He may be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, or somebody taking on that energy. And he's in your life. He's impactful over these next 2 weeks, perhaps, feminine. Somebody like this. It can be a female, too. It doesn't have to be a man. Masculine. Guess what's back? Okay, these masculine really have like commitment and marriage on the brain. It's really admirable. And justice, fairness, equity, being balance, but like that even exchange, all of you in exchange for me is this. And he's going in blind. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to sign, take the leap. He's going in completely blind. This woman is blindfolded. 6 equals love. Feminine. Wow. Woman holding a heart upright. So we're ready too. I mean, like we have some fear here, some of us. But I mean, the masculine does too. This is what the separation, brief as I feel it's going to be, is about. It's about us facing our fear. So it depends on you, basically. How long does it take you to do that? As soon as you do it, this is what we get. And this is what we get. This is what we get. Love. New love. King of water. Very romantic. Reconciliation. Celebration about it. Being, confident enough to take charge of the situation. Be the, managers, the designers, the authors of our own lives. Doing what we want to do. Following our heart. Moving toward positive change. All of this comes from that. Opening our heart to love, as Jesus, wants for us. Isis says to the masculine, miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. And I love that they got this card with the couple together here in an embrace, or Isis riding on Osiris's back. And for us, Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. So I'll read both of these. Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts. How awesome is this for the month of healing too? And she was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing now. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, this is the codependency that crowns us, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing and to let go and let the goddess be. The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you're not willing to release it to her, however. Release for healing means trust. It means letting go of attachment to outcome and to how that outcome might be achieved, and opening the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it's been a long term or persistent difficulty or simply seems too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something might happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage, which you have. Remember, right here, you're going forward with a blindfold on, but you have that trust, you have that balance, you're together. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you're willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief or loss or despair, fear or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Here's the ascension, the heart of the matter. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear, which I've been talking about since that first spread. Open up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Wow, that was perfect. Lady of the Stars, priestess of Sirius. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. Syrian energy takes the inner path and the spiritual healing journey into a whole new stratosphere. It is wise, ancient, and extremely high vibrational energy. It takes a certain level of soul evolution to be able to consciously register Syrian light and to transmit it on this planet. The heart in question must be able to consciously cultivate unconditional love for it to occur. That's why our hearts had to break open before. However, we can still receive Syrian light and healing assistance even if we are still learning to more consistently come from unconditional love. We will feel it more and more strongly as we grow spiritually. But even in our learning phase, we can open our hearts to this divine celestial goddess and allow her, through her priestess, Lady Isis, to bless us with genuine spiritual gifts. Goddess Sirius, through her priestess, Lady Isis, is reaching to you now. She has offerings of great spiritual support and a message that there is something significant you need to be aware of in your life right now, too. Accepting celestial assistance is unconditional love of Sirius and will help you now. To receive the assistance, you can choose to surrender into heart and to allow divine love to infuse and heal and direct and unfold all aspects of your life and growth. It is total trust and surrender with absolute faith that even unexpected twists and turns will be leading you in the best direction. Advanced souls are capable of feeling and receiving the high vibrational love from the Syrian star system more consciously and consistently. It can come to feel like a perpetual spiritual sun above the crown of your head, nourishing you with light at all times, causing your own soul light to grow brighter. As you surrender into your heart, your soul light will feel more and more palpable to you. The gifts of Sirius flow into the soul like a cup receiving divine nectar. The more aware and connected you are to your soul, the more conscious you will be recognizing the blessed effects of Syrian light into your life. The priestess, Lady Isis, wishes to help your soul connect with Sirius and to you to connect with your soul so that the full blessing of the celestial star goddess can nourish and transform your life, allowing its course to run true to your real and genuine divine passions. Even if you aren't sure what those passions are yet, your soul knows, and Syrian energy helps your soul to be itself on this planet. Sirius brings blessings of heightened intuition, refined soul healing ability, and closer connection to your soul and the Lady Isis too. If you've been questioning your evolution, starting to wonder if you're really just at the beginning of the path or not really in initiation at all, then this card is a divine acknowledgement of the power, light, and evolution of your soul vibration, and that there is refinement and advancement here. This is not grandiose. In fact, one way to know whether this guidance is genuinely for you is that you will feel peaceful and humble within as you receive the guidance. You will feel gently validated and affirmed within, not puffed up with false pride or ego. You will feel inspired and uplifted to continue with your inner work, not in need of telling others how advanced you are spiritually. If you feel inflated or better than others in any way, this is not the guidance for you, at least at this time. Instead, the guidance for you is to realize that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and the part of you that is comparing yourself to others, hoping to find that you're better, is suffering from an emptiness within that doesn't know that you are beautiful and worthy. It is wiser rather to spend some time filling that inner emptiness with your own acknowledgement of your worth than trying to trump others. Better to go inside the emptiness until you find the seed of love and light within that to seek external appearance within than to seek external appearances that make you heal. The latter just won't work. The oracle of the Lady of Stars is also an empowerment. It enhances, amplifies, and strengthens any other oracle that you draw immediately before or after it. It is a call to pay special attention to the cards next to it, and you are guided that you will grow greatly through the lesson or learning specified in any oracle next to it. Make it a priority in your awareness at this time in order for deepest spiritual awakening to occur. You are also guided that when the Lady of the Stars appears around any other oracle, there will be a blessing of divine grace in forms including but not limited to assistance, miracles, healing, and help, which we need during the month of healing. Amen. All of this in mastering the lessons of any oracle that you pull immediately before or after the Lady of Stars appears. If the card appears on her own, which ours has, know that it is a special blessing for you soon to be revealed. I hope that you guys enjoyed our new moon in Taurus reading. Namaste, angels.